Ever heard a story that just makes you want to rethink, well, everything?
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Today we're talking about a man named N.D. Lama. And his story, let me tell you,
Alrighty.
it is one wild ride of faith and, well, transformation.
Transformation, yeah.
Picture this. You grow up, your dad's a Buddhist priest, like the whole family's steeped in tradition.
Right.
And then you find yourself, get this, drawn to Christianity.
Wow.
And not just drawn to it, you become an educator. You start setting up churches and schools.
That's incredible.
And that's exactly what N.D. Lama did.
Yeah.
And today we're going deep, deep into his own words, a blog post he wrote called From Buddhist Priest's Family to Christian Educator, a Journey of Faith and Transformation.
Okay.
To really try and grasp what drove this incredible shift.
Yeah,
You know?
the impact's got to be huge.
Huge is an understatement. But what's really fascinating is that his conversion back in '96, it wasn't just a personal thing.
Oh, I bet.
He became like a pioneer, first Christian believer in his whole village.
Yeah. Wow. Talk about pressure.
Instant leadership position, whether he wanted it or not.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. Being the first, facing all that opposition, even threats, just because of what you believe.
It makes you think, how strong must his conviction have been?
Right. Wouldn't it be easier to just, blend in?
For sure.
But this unwavering faith, it was contagious almost.
Oh, really?
5 of his siblings, tons of his students, even friends, they all followed his lead, embraced Christianity.
So turning what might have been like shame for the family
Total.
into like a point of pride.
Exactly. One person's beliefs, when they really live them, it can change a whole community. But N.D. Lama's story, it wasn't just about spreading faith. It was about meeting real needs, especially after the Civil War.
Right. A lot of upheaval.
He saw the lack of education, and he took action. In 2000, he started a children's home. Just 24 kids to start.
24 kids. Wow. What happened?
That act of compassion, it blossomed. Supported over 40 graduates, became an institution, owned land, buildings, the whole 9 yards.
It's amazing what dedication and a little faith can do.
It's the power of community, right? When people come together. And speaking of coming together, N.D. Lama's story about establishing churches, it's equally amazing. Started with a simple fellowship, am I right?
Yeah, just a small gathering at first.
Yeah, 5 friends, all speaking their native Lomi language.
Just connecting, exploring their faith together.
And that small gathering, boom, explodes into a self-sustaining church over 250 members, all within the Lomi-speaking Buddhist community.
That's incredible, the power of just meeting people where they are, literally.
Yeah, and figuratively. Exactly. Yeah. Providing a space in their own language, a sense of belonging. And that success, it led to even more churches, more schools. His reach went way beyond his village.
It's like a ripple effect.
Now, there's this analogy he uses in his blog post, and it really stuck with me. He calls himself a turtle on a tree.
A turtle on a tree.
Yeah, I know, right? What do you think it means?
That's a good one. I mean, a turtle wouldn't naturally climb a tree. So maybe he's saying he couldn't have done any of this alone. Like he needed help to get up that tree.
It's a beautiful way to put it. It's like he's acknowledging, divine intervention, the right people, the right time, all coming together. Humility and community, all in one image.
And his long-term vision. 1,500 schools, 400 churches, even a theological school. That's massive. You definitely need collaboration for something that big.
Oh, absolutely. But it also shows you when faith, dedication, and that collaborative spirit, they come together, extraordinary things can happen. Even impossible dreams can take root.
It's inspiring for sure. Makes you think about your own dreams, what seems impossible. Makes you think maybe those dreams aren't so impossible after all.
Right. And speaking of growth, there's this part in the blog post where N.D. Lama talks about the Abundant Life course.
Abundant Life course?
Yeah. And it really deepened his understanding of the Bible, like profoundly.
Wow.
And it gave him the tools to teach others better.
So it's not just knowledge, it's about shaping how you see the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for N.D. Lama, this wasn't just like personal enrichment.
Right.
It was about being able to serve his community better.
And did it work?
Oh, yeah, big time.
What happened?
He saw Christian students in his community just like skyrocket.
Really?
It's amazing the power of education.
Spreading faith, understanding, it's powerful.
It makes you wonder, what if we all sought out these learning experiences, not just for ourselves.
Right, but to actually make a difference, like N.D. Lama.
And the growth of his educational initiatives, it's mind-blowing.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
2 schools, 3 affiliated schools, a T Bible college. That's theological education by extension
Okay.
for people in their own communities.
Smart.
7,000 students.
7,000. That's a lot of students.
And that's not all.
There's more.
Pilot programs with Serampore University in India. He's even looking at connections with universities in China, the USA.
Global, wow.
He's not just building institutions, he's building bridges.
Cross-cultural dialogue. That's ambitious.
It's a lot to manage, though, right?
Oh, I can imagine.
Especially across borders.
Yeah.
But Andy Lama, he says in his blog post, the work is too monumental to accomplish alone and too important not to invite others.
So, shared responsibility.
Exactly. My going and your giving are equal work.
It takes a village, as they say.
Or a whole network of support, right?
And Andy Lama, he's definitely walking the walk when it comes to lifelong learning.
Oh, tell me about it.
Basic diploma in pastoral theology, master's in church ministries. Now he's going for a doctorate in education ministry.
Wow, he doesn't stop.
Always learning, always striving to serve his community better.
Leading by example, for sure.
It's inspiring, you know? Education as a force for good for everyone.
And it all comes back to that transformation, right? From facing opposition to inspiring thousands.
Fueled by faith.
And that scary dream, as he calls it.
It's that belief that God will bring the right people together at the right time.
Like trust in a higher purpose.
Even when things are uncertain, there's a plan.
It's like he's saying, I'm taking the steps, and I know others will join me.
Powerful stuff. And it makes you think, how can Andy Lama's story inspire us right now?
What resonates with you? Faith, resilience, dedication.
Maybe it's about embracing those challenges, chasing our own scary dreams.
Even when they seem, I don't know, too big.
Yeah, you don't need all the answers, just the courage to start.
Or maybe it's about the power of community.
Helping each other, sharing the load.
Working together, because we can achieve so much more that way.
Yeah, and sometimes that's the hardest part, just starting, right?
Absolutely. But when you see what Andy Lama accomplished, it gives you hope.
Right.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Makes you feel like you can actually make a difference.
Even in small ways, it's like his story reminds us we all have the potential
to be part of something bigger.
to create change.
It's really a story about hope, isn't it? Like, even with all the challenges.
There's always room to grow, to transform.
As individuals, as communities.
And our actions, even the tiny ones, they can have a ripple effect. You start with a kind act, or maybe just wanting to learn something new.
And who knows what it could lead to?
A wave of change, you never know. So wrapping up this deep dive into Andy Lama's life, I think the takeaway is this. We all have these scary dreams inside us.
The ones that seem, I don't know, too big, too much.
But Andy Lama, he shows us with faith
and dedication
and that willingness to work together, even the most impossible goals.
They can happen.
So let's be like Andy Lama. Yeah.
Let's dream big.
Embrace the challenges and trust
that the right people, the right help, it'll come.
at the right time.
It's a journey. Enjoy it.
Exactly. The learning, the growing, connecting with people who get it, who share your passion.
That's where the magic is.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And for everyone listening, if you want to dive deeper into Andy Lama's work, or maybe even see how you can contribute,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
check out his website. We'll link in the show notes.
You won't regret it.
A powerful story
Yeah.
about overcoming adversity, creating lasting change.
Inspiring, for sure.
Thanks for joining us on this journey, folks.
It's been a pleasure.
Keep seeking, keep growing, and keep making a difference out there.
We'll see you next time.